Hey y'all, welcome back to A Dash of Gratitude. My name is Beth. It is Memorial Day weekend, so it's been about 2 weeks since my last garden update. This year I'm doing mainly tomatoes because I was gifted a bunch of them from a friend of mine. I planted those starts, the little baby tomato plants, on Mother's Day. So it's been 2 weeks and I want to show you how they're doing. Look at these baby tomatoes. They're doing so well. We've gotten lots of rain, and of course I've been watering them on the days where we haven't gotten any rain. I did come in and add, I went to like a garden show and I bought a few varieties of basil to put in here because basil is a really nice companion plant to tomatoes. So anyway, I've got, let's see, what is that? The African blue basil back here. So pretty. I planted one of those last year and the pollinators absolutely love the blooms. So when I saw that at the garden show, I had to pick it up. This one is the Tulsi Holy Basil. This one here. I've never planted this variety before, so I'm excited about that. And then over here, let me remind myself. This one is a Thai basil right here. It also has a purple bloom. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, underneath, let's see if I can get it. Look at here, right here. Oh, it's not gonna focus on the, look, on this little plant. Look right here. I'll see if I can get it. Look at right here. Look at that baby praying mantis. It's so tiny. Where'd it go? It's so little. I don't know if you can see it. Anyway, that was the tiniest little praying mantis I've ever seen. It's right there. You see it? It's right there. Do you see it climbing up? Oh my gosh, it's so little. So cool. You just never know what you're gonna find in the garden. Okay, back to the garden tour. So all the tomatoes are growing nicely. They all look really, really good. Won't be long and I'll be bringing some stakes out to stake them up with. So I'm very pleased with them. Now, my little strawberry patch, there are still some blooms in there, and we've had a couple of berries out of this patch. I don't remember the variety, but they are so sweet and delicious. And then up here in this bucket is where I planted some cucumber seeds, and I planted 3. Only 2 have come up, and that's okay. I might put another one in there and just see what happens, but they're looking really, really good and happy. My thyme is still looking questionable, but it's hanging in there. And then back here along the back is where I've got garlic. It looks like it's getting close to being ready to be harvested. So I've never grown garlic before, but when the leaves start to turn brown, that's when it's time to harvest. So if you know anything about garlic, let me know your opinion. I think you can harvest, is this called a scape? A garlic scape? I don't know. I've got to do a little more research, but if you know anything about garlic, feel free to drop it in the comments. I always love getting gardening advice. We can always learn so much from each other. So anyway, I'm happy with my container garden. Here's my carrots, still really full. I just wasn't sure like which ones to even pick out. I don't know. It looks like some of them are getting close. This one is starting to look a little bit different. Like the leaves are starting to get more bold. So I might pick a few of these this week. I might do that. And then this one, it is so fully stuffed. I didn't expect all of the seeds to grow. So anyway, it's so full. I don't even know what to pull out. I don't know. I'm pretty intimidated by it. So I think what I've learned from this is to have a lot of space and space out the seeds. Last year I bought this wonderful pomegranate. That's what it's called on the tag. Wonderful pomegranate. And I was so excited in the beginning of the spring to find a different type of fruit. It's pretty tall now. But I was so excited about it. I didn't really know where to plant it, and I still don't. So I'm gifting it to a friend of mine, and she's gonna have a spot for it in her garden. She gets She's got lots of sun in her yard, and I think it's going to do really well. But it's so pretty. The blooms are this beautiful, like bright, kind of a corally red color. They're so pretty. So anyway, I'm excited for her to have it because I'm just not doing it any justice over here. It needs to be where it can be happy, and I think it'll be happy at her house. We still have tons of frogs out here. You can't really see them right now, but I'm telling you, way down here, this whole yard is just full of them. All the way down, there's a creek down there at the back, and then to the side of us we have a retention pond. So we have lots and lots of little frogs everywhere, but for whatever reason they're not like hopping around right this moment, but they are everywhere. I'm seeing sporadically some, but they're really small and hard to pick up. So anyway, back here, the berry patch. Oh, look at this. Look at these blackberries are starting to turn color. So first they'll turn like a red, and then they'll turn to black. Wow. They're looking so good. Get the stick out of here. That is so exciting. Look. There are so many. My elderberry, which is this tall plant right here. Elderberry grows so quickly because I've cut this back already a couple of times this season, and it's still so tall. It's a really fast grower, but it hasn't bloomed any at all this year. I think maybe next year is when it will start producing blooms and berries. I'm not really sure about that. Right here, I've got my little fig tree. And last year it did produce fruit. It looks like it's going to be putting on some fruit maybe again this year. Maybe those little points. I think that's what that's going to be. I need to plant it in full sun. I've got one spot that I'm trying to watch to see if it will be appropriate. But so maybe we'll get it planted this year. It's so pretty. I love the leaves of the fig. All 4 of these white pots are blueberries. And I don't get mad. I wasn't really mad about it, but I was a little disappointed the other day. Oh, here's a berry. The other day I looked out and I saw there was a mockingbird in this bush eating blueberries. I was like, what the heck? Oh my gosh. These are so like tart and sweet. They're sweet and tart. They're not like soft and soggy. They've got a decent crunch. They've got a really good flavor. This blueberry bush here has been producing for maybe a week or two. There's a couple little blues in there still. Robbie and Serena and I came out last week and picked a small bowl full, and we made blueberry muffins, and they were really, really good. Even this one here is putting on some fruit. It's kind of hard to see. There's so much going on visually, it's hard for the camera to focus, I think, but anyway, these are all looking good. This blueberry bush over here, all 4 of these bushes are a different variety, and this one hasn't bloomed at all this year. I think it's always the last one. So, you know, it's okay. We have a lot of moss in our backyard. It seems like a lot of our yard is like bordered with moss. It's kind of interesting. It's kind of beautiful. And then over here is where we have the hydrangeas. They have put on so many more blooms in the last 2 weeks. They're so pretty. And we have been getting really good rain. So they are really, really happy. Look at this one. So pretty. I feel like the color is not coming across on screen. They're so vibrant in real life. But on the camera, or through the camera, they look a little bit muted, kind of dusty, but either way, they're still really, really pretty. see about this one. Yeah, even this, it's so vibrant in real life. Beautiful. You can pretty much always hear the interstate out here because we live pretty close to the interstate. And today, I'm not sure that you can hear the cicadas, but the last update, I was watching it before I came out here to film this one, and you could really hear the cicadas. They were loud and proud. I didn't even notice that day. Of course, I wasn't really feeling that great that day either, but a couple of other items that I picked up at the garden show were these two little baby tree starts, and I actually got 3. I have one planted already, and I'll put the name of these on the screen because I don't remember what they are. But actually, Dawn, my friend from up the street who gave me the tomato starts, her husband works for a tree service company, and they were giving these out for free at the garden show, so I picked up some free little baby trees. Also at the garden show, this didn't come in this pot. I planted it in here just so it could start getting some established roots, but I bought a eucalyptus. This is a silver dollar eucalyptus. It'll grow into a tree. And then this here, in this kind of reddish pot, this is a pussy willow. I'm so excited to have found that. Those are so beautiful to use in flower arrangements. And then these back here, these are a couple different varieties of milkweed, which attract butterflies. I want to say this, is it the swallowtail or is it the monarch butterfly? I don't remember. Cool purchase that I picked up at a nursery. Actually, I got it the same day as the garden show. Is this Venus flytrap, which if you didn't know, they grow native here in South Carolina, and they do well in like a boggy area. So you're supposed to keep water like this. This is like, they had it like this. They had them like this for sale, like in a setup very similar to this with water, the little pot sitting in water. And so anyway, a little Venus flytrap. Robbie picked that. He was so excited to have that. And also coming up here, they're not bloomed out right now. It looks like the blooms are kind of spent, but hold on. I didn't know that the Venus flytrap had a bloom, but when we bought this, it was like a white bloom, really pretty little flower. Looks like this side's gonna be coming. Sorry it's not focusing, you guys. I think it's the light out here is a little dim. Anyway, that was a really cool purchase. These gardenias are a part of our landscape, and they are blooming right now, and they smell, their fragrance is so beautiful. It's almost overwhelming, but it smells so good. And since I do talk about Southern living on this channel, we've also got our magnolia is blooming right now. There's mockingbird, but there were tons of blooms on here just a few days ago, and there are still some coming, but oh my gosh, they're so beautiful. That's a really nice one right there. Also, here is this beautiful monstera that I've got potted. It's sitting on the fireplace outside on the patio, but it's so pretty, and it's already put out a few new leaves since I moved it out here. This one's brand new. This one opened up last week, I think. So pretty. I've got this cactus. I'm not sure if it's a Christmas cactus, an Easter cactus, or a Thanksgiving cactus, but it hadn't bloomed for a few years. This is a family heirloom cactus that I got a little piece of it, and I read last year that if you move it out onto your patio, like a covered patio or a covered porch during the summertime, that over the winter or whenever it is supposed to bloom, it will actually bloom. So I did that last year, and it totally did bloom. I'll see if I can find a picture of it and I'll insert it on here. It's so pretty. So I just moved it back out here so that hopefully we'll get another bloom session this year. I waited to come out here until the sun went down, but it is a little cooler, but man, it's still really warm out here. And it's pretty early in the summer, so southern living, y'all. Up here on our front porch, I've got these irises. I was gifted these from a friend of mine and they look so good. I think I need to dig them up and not plant them so deep because I only got one bloom this year. I think they're planted a little bit too deep. Up here on the porch, I just bought this palm. I got it at Costco. This baby was only $10. It was like $9.97 or something. I thought it was just right for summertime. Added a little tropical pop to the front porch. And for the weekend, Memorial Day weekend, I added some American flags. Coming on down here, I moved my fiddle leaf fig to the front porch. Y'all, this plant is so dramatic. She just started like dropping leaves inside for no reason. I did nothing different. So I said, fine, you're coming outside to get some summer freshness. And I got this spider plant, and I just noticed today we've got a baby on the way coming out of the spider plant. I'm so excited. Another flag. And then up here, I was bringing you up here to show you my little herb garden box, but I planted some green onions that I bought these from the grocery store, and I planted them. They're doing really well. And then over here, I bought a sweet Italian basil. It's doing really well. And then also some flat leaf parsley. You guys, look right here. Look at those, just hanging out on my parsley. I've been wondering what is eating. Look at this. All these leaves are gone. I've been wondering what it was. Is it those little bugs? I think I'm going to have to bring some diatomaceous earth up here. But anyway, that's my herb garden box. And I don't know what else I'm going to put up here this year. I haven't decided. But I love having this box because it's easy just to come out to the front porch and cut and then cook. We have these over here that are blooming as well, these daylilies. They're really, really pretty. I'm actually surprised the deer haven't come to devour them already. They won't last long because the deer will discover them. Until then, we can enjoy how pretty they are. Well, that's going to do it for this garden update and a little bit of a tour around my yard. I hope you enjoyed it. It would mean a lot to me if you would take a moment to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for adding a dash of gratitude to your day, and I will see you on the next video.